Brummett.
And I'm Rachel Jordan, and this is Tu Casa Style.
All right, so Rachel, do you have your Halloween costume picked out yet?
Yes, I'm going to be a cat.
You're going to be a cat?
Yeah.
Okay, very cool.
Every year I'm a cat. So.
Really?
Yes, very original.
Hey, there's nothing wrong. If it works, there was a couple of years that I dressed as Shaun from Shaun of the Dead. And I picked it, so you haven't seen the movie, you got to see it. I had the white t-shirt with, the splatter and the name Shaun and the cricket bat.
Okay.
And it's
funny.
Yeah, like people knew it, or they were like, you better call APD on this guy. But we got Annalise's costume finished this weekend. We got
What
her
is
little
she?
Mavis wig. She's going to be Mavis from Hotel Transylvania.
Oh, how
Very
cute.
cute, and she's
That's
got
original.
her wig. Yeah, I'm really surprised because she never likes to wear hats or anything on her head, but she's going to wear a wig. We went to my folks' house. My mom helped us trim the wig down. She looks very cute.
Is it a homemade costume?
Well, I mean,
Partially?
it's not
Okay.
like a store bought. Like it wasn't
Yeah.
in a package. I grabbed a bit here, grabbed a bit there,
Okay.
and made it. Yeah.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah, it's going to be very cute. All right, well, let's move on to the top talkers of the day, folks. A powerful earthquake struck near the Afghan-Pakistan border overnight. The U.S. Geological Survey measured the massive earthquake to be between 7.5 and 7.7 on the Richter scale, with initial reports actually varying on the strength of this quake. In Takhar province, which borders Tajikistan and China, at least 12 students at a girls' school were killed in a stampede as they fled the shaking buildings. That's according to a spokesman for the provincial governor. Rescue officials in Pakistan say an additional 5 people died when their homes collapsed. Hundreds more are injured in a quake that was felt across much of South Asia. Phone lines around the epicenter were downed, making communication extremely difficult in the region. Now, more details obviously will be emerging throughout the day as officials get a better grasp on the damage left by this immense disaster. So I believe that the latest toll on this is 29 people believed to be killed in this earthquake. This morning it was 18.
129.
Really?
Yeah,
129.
about a half hour ago.
Yeah, so see, we're going to be finding this. Part of the big problem is because those phone lines are down. Reports are mixed. As I said, the U.S. Geological Survey, even CNN reported 7.7. Other sources, I believe the AP was saying 7.5. So they're still trying to get this, but a massive, massive quake that hit.
Yeah.
If there's any silver lining to this, from what I understand, a lot of the areas that were affected were rural areas. Had it been, in a much more densely populated area, that toll could have been much higher.
Right. South Asia is just getting
Yeah,
rocked.
it's tough. I mean, you consider, sitting in that Pacific Rim, a lot of those areas, they are prone to these, and sometimes it seems that they do. It just comes in waves.
Right.
One area gets, unsettled, and it triggers aftershocks.
Well, the worst part is, here where we live, if there's a hurricane, there's a warning. With an earthquake, there's no warning.
Yeah, they're trying. I mean, they're obviously trying, but yeah, there are still some things that modern science we haven't been able to grasp yet.
Well,
so
our prayers go out
absolutely.
to all of them out there. All right, switching gears. The Giants beat the Cowboys 27-20 yesterday to take the lead atop the NFC East. The most comically mediocre division in football, thanks to Dwayne Harris's fourth quarter 100-yard kickoff return. Greg Hardy picked up another sack in his second game back from a 4-game suspension, but the game did not go well for him. Right after Harris's touchdown, Hardy and Dez Bryant got into it on the sidelines.
It's, tempers, I think, are going to start flaring. I think you might start seeing this more and more. It was a painful game. Matt Castle threw.
Sore losers.
He threw 2 interceptions, I believe. I believe it was 2. I may be wrong about that, 3. But, and here's the thing. He actually, the first drive, he looked really good. He's stepping into a tough role. He is the backup to the backup of Tony Romo. He did okay, but as the last 4 years, he had 30 touchdowns, 34 interceptions. You can mark that up to 36 now. But it's just painful. We need Dez Bryant and Tony Romo back on the field. But I'm not surprised that you were seeing those tempers flare up.
Well, you know what, Dez Bryant, I read he told ESPN right after it happened, he said, "It was nothing. It's just football." And he threw a little hissy fit.
And that's kind of the thing. I mean, in the moment, my mom and I were actually talking about this. My mom's a big Cowboy fan too, so we were actually able to watch most of the game together. The fact that they can get so heated, and then at the end of the game, it's like they're hugging, they're shaking hands, they're joking.
Yeah.
But in the heat of the moment, they push each other. It's an intense game.
Oh, they're getting paid a lot. They should keep it
They
together.
are getting paid a lot. They are getting paid a lot, and that's probably why things are so high, because they want to continue to get paid a lot. But yeah, Dallas is now, what are they, 2-4?
Sorry.
Well, as we always say, as they say in Chicago too, maybe next year.
Yeah.
Maybe next year. All right, moving on though. You can't keep a good Martian down, folks, and we found that out over the weekend at the box office. Although 5, count them, 5 new movies hit theaters nationwide this weekend, Ridley Scott's Space Odyssey, The Martian, found its way back to #1 at the box office, pulling in $15.9 million. In fact, the only new movie to hit theaters this weekend to place in the top 5 was The Last Witch Hunter, coming in 4th with $10.8 million. Paranormal Activity: The Ghost Dimension was the lowest opening in franchise history with $8.2 million. Universal's 80s reboot of Jim and the Holograms and Bill Murray's Rock the Casbah barely earned more than $1 million each.
Yikes.
Here's the most perplexing flop of the weekend, though, guys. Probably even the year. Steve Jobs, one of the most critically praised films of the year, fell flat with $7.3 million from nearly 2,500 theaters.
Wow.
Those are staggering numbers. The film had a fairly successful soft launch before going nationwide. Maybe, if Universal offered free iPhones with the purchase of a ticket, they'd get better numbers. But, it's amazing to me because the film has an incredible pedigree. You got Danny Boyle, Slumdog Millionaire, won the Oscar for that. He directed this one. Aaron Sorkin, who penned The Social Network. He is probably one of the most praised screenwriters in Hollywood. What they're saying, though, is Michael Fassbender, who, by all critical statements, they're saying he does a great job, but he's not a name. He's not a big name. Originally DiCaprio was tapped to do Steve Jobs. He backed out. Christian Bale signed on, and then he backed out. So they took Fassbender, who, from what I understand, does a great job in the film. He's just not a box office draw.
Did you see The Martian?
I have not seen The Martian yet.
I'm dying to see it.
Yeah,
I wanna see
apparently
it.
it is
it's
very
incredible.
rare for a movie to come back into first
Yeah.
place, especially after weeks upon weeks of it being out. I mean, honestly, Bridge of Spies, Hotel Transylvania 2, the Martian, and then the Last Witch Hunter. I mean, 4 of the 5 films have been out for a while.
Yeah.
So this was a painful weekend at the box office.
What about Paranormal Activity? When are they going to end?
Well, my thought was, the marked ones, which was the previous film. It was my understanding that was the last one.
It should have been.
And then they released this. Well, I got a feeling now with the Ghost Dimension performing the way it did, this will be the last one.
They got the hint.
I think so.
All right, good. All right, switching gears, Democratic frontrunner Hillary Clinton in Iowa for a number of campaign events this past weekend. Katy Perry helping Clinton get the crowd to a roar before the candidate took the stage. Perry performed America the Beautiful before singing her hit song Firework. The singer referring to Hillary Clinton as her firework. Now the two of them at one point took the stage together. Friday night, Clinton attended the Iowa tradition Jefferson Jackson dinner, which if you guys don't know, the Jefferson Jackson dinner is a fundraising dinner.
So when she took the stage, did Hillary start singing? Did they do a duet? You
That
think?
might be funny.
I think that'd be awesome.
But Katie said, guys, you have the power to vote. You have the power. I don't know.
No?
I don't know. I'm not a fan of Katy Perry.
Oh, really? Oh,
or
I
Hillary
am.
Clinton.
I am. I'm a fan of Katy Perry. I can go either way about Hillary Clinton, but Katy Perry, run for president. Katy Perry. I'm just saying. Just kidding.
Maybe she could be VP to Kanye.
Or Lindsay Lohan also said that she was going to run. Here's the
saw
thing:
that.
even by 2020, she's still going to be too young to run for president. You got to be 35.
She
to run
doesn't
for
know,
president.
Chad.
Well,
She doesn't
clearly
know.
she doesn't know. All right, let's move on to the viewer top talker, folks. This is your chance to chime in on a very fun discussion. It was a Lego fanatic's dream. Thousands of people of all ages gathered at the Grand Wayne Center in Fort Wayne, Indiana, Sunday for the Lego Expo.
Fun.
Crews filled 32,000 square feet of space with 75 Lego Expos for visitors to enjoy. Now, they have everything from the old fort in Fort Wayne to the USS Missouri to sculptures, a mosaic of Bill Murray, big space station, some castle stuff, and of course, what Lego Expo would be complete without the Star Wars, right? Now, many Lego brick displays were built by local Lego enthusiasts, and they had a huge range of creations.
All right, so what we want to know from you, rather, is what is your favorite childhood toy?
You have one?
I was a stuffed animal aficionado.
Yeah?
I
Did
collected.
you have a favorite stuffed animal?
No, but all of my childhood pictures that I took are of my stuffed animals propped up in different
Oh,
positions.
really? Okay.
Oh yeah, boring.
Okay.
What about you?
No, not boring at all. That's great. Honestly, saying Star Wars, I say it time and again on this show. I'm a huge Star Wars fan. all of my Star Wars toys. I remember when I was very young, my parents bought my brother and I a Death Star, and it was like a 3-story toy, and it was the Death Star. I had the Millennium Falcon, the X-Wing fighter.
Cool.
Man, if I kept those, had I only kept them in
rich.
the box.
Yeah.
Annalise would not have to worry about college, or I wouldn't have
right.
to worry about Annalise's college had I kept them in there. But yeah, I grew up on the Star Wars toys.
You and many others.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
That's why, like me and many others, can't wait. We can't wait for the
Yep,
Force
December
Awakens.
17th?
December 18th.
Yes,
yeah,
18th.
December 17th for the sneak preview.
Yeah.
Did you get advance tickets to it?
No.
No? You know who did? Brittany Flowers. She actually sent me a text when
Really?
she bought them and said, "Guess who just bought her 2 tickets to Star Wars: The Force Awakens?"
Her and thousands of others.
Yeah, millions. Yeah.
But going back to the toys, guys, let us know what you think. Join in on the conversation. You can like us on Facebook, 2 Casa Fox, and leave a comment there, or follow us on Twitter and tweet us your opinion at 2 Casa Fox. And as always, you can go to casa.com and click on the Style blog.
That's right. And of course, we'll share your responses in the second half hour. So let us know. And if you were a big Lego fan, let us know. What was your favorite set? Your favorite Lego set?
Yeah.
I'm curious to see. All right, when we come back on Style, guys, we are finding out how you can keep the calories down with creative crafts with the kiddos.
Then we're heading out to American Home to celebrate the Day of the Dead in style.
That's right. Stay with us, folks. A lot more ahead. But before we head out to break, let's check in with our buddies Kristen and AJ at Hollywood Today live for your Daily Wrap. Take it away, guys.